Small businesses are the backbone of the American economy. For every dollar spent at a small local business, about 65% is reinvested back into the local economy. Hello and welcome to the Fervent Four. Did you know that only 4% of businesses ever cross the annual $1 million revenue mark? What's up, everyone? I'm Zack Miller, author of Anomaly. And with me today, I have my co-host, Tim Ryan, lead man at StartWheel.org. Thanks for joining us. The Fervent Four is a weekly show every Thursday at 11 a.m. dedicated to sharing insights into growing a world-class business, no matter the climate. The Fervent Four is powered by the SBDC, which helps local small businesses grow through counseling and resources like this show. If you're interested in learning more on how the SBDC can help your business, head to hrsbdc.com. Jim Carroll has been leading the SBDC for over 2 decades. He and his team have helped secure billions in financing for companies, thousands of jobs, and lots of smiling faces. Welcome to the show, and thanks for tuning in. Jim, if we were to quantify the amount of people who have smiled because of the SBDC services, what do you think that number would be? Like, how many smiles? You know, like you go to McDonald's and it's like over 1 billion Big Macs served. Like, how many smiles would it be served from the SBDC?
Well, considerably less than the Big Macs, but
come on.
But we see anywhere from 400 to 500 clients a year, and so over 20 years, you can do the math. And then let's just say 50% of them are smiling when we are done with them. There you go. There's your number.
Okay, well, as a former math major myself, no, not me. I'm not going to do that math, but a lot of smiling faces. So there it is, the billboard. Lots of smiling faces. How did you get into business? Like, what's your background in business? How did you kind of figure out that was something that you wanted to do?
Well, it started with my father, who was the number 2 for a terrazzo and tile company up in central Pennsylvania. And he would take me out on field trips to work sites. He would take me to job fairs, to business conferences and the like. And I really got an appreciation for what was going on. I went to college. I was a history major, and I was in ROTC, and then went into the Navy immediately out of college. When it was getting close to me coming up on my retirement from the Navy, I realized that I could speak Navy very, very well, but I did not speak business. So I went to the City University of London. I was stationed in London at the time, and I went there and got my MBA in international business, with a secondary area of study in entrepreneurship and small business. I was astounded because in England, small businesses aren't appreciated. The majority of the small business owners are from other countries. And, I just found that amazing, especially when I come back to America and you find out that, small businesses are the backbone of the economy. You read the statistics from the SBA, and you see that, they account for 80% of the hiring done in the country and things like that. Why do we celebrate it and have so much success with it, and then other countries tend to, speak down or look down upon it? So it was amazing.
Was there a reason behind that? Did you figure out why, like, it was different in America than other countries?
Just a mentality. In England, everybody wanted to work for a large corporation, get their gold watch, and retire. In France, Richard Branson is a classic example. He was laughed at by everybody when he started Virgin Airlines, and British Airways thought they were going to take his, just eat his lunch. And turned around, Branson did just the opposite. He ate their lunch.
Yeah.
So it's the rugged individualist that companies over in England do not really have, or the mindset. And it's the same in France, the same in Germany, and a variety of other places.
You've done quite a bit of traveling yourself, Jim. Is there something that, other than just over in Europe and London, is there something that when you travel you look at and you're able to bring back into the States and say, this country or this area is doing something very different, or it's appreciated differently? Like, how is your traveling in the military and just for leisure really helped bring you a sense of kind of a small business, if you will?
Well, it taught me a couple of things, and that is that it's horses for courses. Sometimes what works in one country won't work in another country. Additionally, I see countries, especially those who heavily engaged in tourism, where if tourism goes away, such as with the pandemic, it's not going to be good for that country. Aruba is one of my favorite places to go, and 75% of the population is engaged in the tourist industry, and the other 25% are engaged in supporting that 75. So when tourism stopped, the planes stopped coming in, the cruise ships stopped tying up, you had rampant unemployment. And how are you going to handle that? Having just one particular customer is a very risky strategy.